Please order in the hall.
So this actually reminds me of back when President Trump was giving his joint speech address, and we had some women in the Democratic Party who all dressed up in pink to show their disagreement with Trump. And the only thing that was really remembered was Al Green stepping up and him screaming at Trump while he's trying to give his address. And eventually Al Green was kicked out. And the reason why I'm pointing this out is because just because all these people left doesn't do anything. Nobody's making it known that they disagree. Nobody's calling him out on his disagreements. They're just getting up and leaving so they don't have to listen to him speak. And this is my point. Just because I don't want to listen to what this man has to say doesn't mean I'm not going to listen to what he has to say, because his words play with our president, with other Democratic leaders around the world. And we have to know what type of crap he's spewing from his mouth to be able to combat what he's saying. So although I understand why they didn't want to sit and listen to him speak, because I do the same thing with Trump and Netanyahu, both myself, it is important that we listen just a tiny bit so that way we can have these disagreements of what he's saying.
I want to speak from this forum directly to those hostages through loudspeakers. I've surrounded Gaza with massive loudspeakers connected to this microphone in the hope that our dear hostages will hear my message. Our brave heroes. This is Prime Minister Netanyahu speaking to you live from the United Nations. We have not forgotten you, not even for a second. The people of Israel are with you. We will not falter and we will not rest until we bring all of you home.
So again, this is something that we've heard time and time again. They always claim to, want the hostages back, need the hostages back, but they're not actually doing anything that would get the hostages back. Now, we've had many ceasefires that have happened over this past year, all of which have said that they would return all the hostages in time. And who broke those ceasefires? He did. Benjamin Netanyahu always went against his own plans for a ceasefire because he wants to continue and he wants to murder all of the Palestinian people. He does not care about the hostages who are still left. And I can't say that loud enough. He does not care about the hostages who are still in Gaza. His own military force has killed many hostages, whatever you want to call them, people who he left there on purpose, because it gives him a reason to go there and murder more people.
Would a country committing genocide plead with the civilian population it is supposedly targeting to get out of harm's way? Would we tell them, get out, if we want to commit genocide? We're trying to get them out. And Hamas is trying to keep them in. And this charge is so baseless. The comparison to genocide, wholesale slaughter of populations. What, did the Nazis ask the Jews to leave, kindly leave, go out? Did others, you want me to name all the genocidal leaders of history? Just go one by one. Did anyone do this? Did they say, get out so we can come in?
Did he just admit to what I think he admitted to? Did he just call himself a genocidal nation? Because that's what it sounds like to me. And I'm pretty sure you hit the nail on the head with that one. Like, you just claimed that you are committing genocide, and just because you drop leaflets does not make that not so. He's trying to claim that because he dropped leaflets on Gaza to let the citizens know that he was coming, that's good because then it gives them time to get out. But when you drop leaflets and give people less than 10 minutes to leave, that's not calling it a safe bet, if that's what you want to call it. That's not giving anyone enough time. When you have massive numbers of people and you give them 10 minutes to leave an entire area, that's not enough. You're committing genocide. And you know you're committing genocide. And that's why you just sat there and said what you said, because you know that you're committing genocide. There's nothing more to say on that. My question is do people actually believe the crap that comes out of this man's mouth? It's like listening to Trump. Do they ever say anything that's remotely true, or do you have to pick through every single word to find a glimmer of truth? Because this is hard for me to sit here and watch. This is terrible. When you know that every single thing that's coming out of this man's mouth is a lie, it really makes it hard for you to stay focused. Let's just say that. So after watching Netanyahu at the UN What really stands out is how carefully he tries to rewrite the story. He frames Israel as the eternal victim while erasing the daily suffering of Palestinians, the bombings, the blockades, the children growing up under siege. And these are basic premises. The problem with this kind of speech is that it's not meant for truth. It's meant for optics. It's designed for headlines, for a soundbite that makes it look like Israel's on the moral high ground. But the reality is different. People are seeing the destruction with their own eyes. They're hearing testimonies. They're watching videos. And no amount of polished rhetoric at the UN can hide the fact that Gaza is being starved and bombed, or that Palestinians are being disposed in the West Bank. And that's why speeches like this feel hollow, because they can't erase the reality. If anything, they just show how desperate leaders are to control the narrative as the world wakes up. So the real question is, are we going to let these speeches shape our perspective? Or are we going to keep listening to the people living this every day? Because that is where the truth lies. I suggest that you spend time with families that are on the ground. Not only will they give you insight into their daily life, but it becomes more real and you can see their daily struggles. You can feel their pain. And that's how you know what is happening is wrong. So what about you? Did Netanyahu's speech actually change anything for you? Or does it feel like more of the same script we've been hearing for decades? If you found this video helpful and want to hear more takes just like this, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. Thank you so much for listening, and until next time, free Congo, free Sudan, and free Palestine.